Welcome to English Honeydew. In this session, we'll be doing Unit 8 poem on the grasshopper and cricket. And this beautiful poem is written by John Keats. And this is the fourth part of this unit. So let's know more about the poet John Keats. He was an English romantic poet. He was one of the main figures of the second generation of romantic poets. His works having been in publication for only 4 years before his death from tuberculosis at the age of 25. He died at a very young age, but within a short span of time, he has contributed immensely in the field of literature. So let's begin with the poem on the grasshopper and cricket. This is the picture of grasshopper. These are two insects and this is cricket. So let's see the introduction of this poem. On the grasshopper and the cricket, written by John Keats, is a fine piece of sonnet. What is the meaning of sonnet? A poem of 14 lines. Children, you can count, we have total 14 lines in this poem. So instead of calling poem, it's a sonnet. That is the correct way of calling it. This sonnet is written in December 1816. The poem was inspired by the beauty of nature. To be precise, the poet here celebrates the poetry of earth, the music of nature which is widespread. From this we could make out that the poet is really in love with nature. On the grasshopper and cricket. Unlike the ant and the cricket which you did in first semester, which tells a story, this is a nature poem. In it, the grasshopper and cricket do not appear as characters in a story. Rather, they act as symbols, each suggesting something else. Read the poem and notice how the poetry of earth keeps on through summer and winter in a never-ending song. And who sings the song? Let's find out. First stanza. Okay, so this is the first stanza of this beautiful sonnet. The poetry of earth is never dead. Never dead means it is never gone. It is always there because we belong to this nature. Without nature, we are incomplete. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun, faint means you know that when it is too sunny, you all have the feeling of faintingness. Faint means behosh. And hide in cooling trees. A voice will run from hedge to hedge. Hedge to hedge means fence to fence about the new mound meet. Now here I have put the picture of hedge, a fence or boundary formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs. And here you can see the picture of a mound to cut grass using a machine or implement with a blade. Now mead is lawn. So from fence to fence about the new mound means newly cut lawn, that is the grasshoppers. He takes the lead. In summer luxury he has never done. Okay, so the poet is talking about the grasshopper, the insect which takes the lead in the summer luxury. Why we call summer as luxury? Because that is the time that when you can freely move around. When it is winter, you are always inside your room. So in summer luxury, he has never done with his delights. Delights means joy, for when tired out with fun. So whole day the grasshopper is having a lot of fun in summer season. He rests at ease. He relaxes. Beneath means under some pleasant weed. Weed are the wild plants. So see the poet describing pleasant weed. Weed is unwanted plants or the wild plants, but it is pleasant because that's the beauty of nature. It also adds to the beauty of it. The poetry of earth is ceasing never. This is the second stanza. On a lone winter evening when the frost. Now the second stanza talks about winter season. Now the poet is telling the poetry of earth is ceasing never. It never stops. On a lone winter. Winter is very lonely because all are at home. It's very cold. In a lone winter evening when the frost is ice, has wrought a silence, has brought about a silence. From the stone there shrills. Shrills means comes through loud and clear. The cricket's song. So in the second stanza, or you can call it as the winter season, which bird takes the lead? Cricket. The cricket song in warmth increasing ever. It gives the heat. It gives the warmth and seems to one in drowsiness lost. Drowsiness means in a state of feeling sleepy, half lost. Okay, when you are so drowsy enough, at that time you can hear the song of crickets. The grasshoppers among some grassy hills, and somewhere even you can hear the sound of grasshoppers. So this sonnet is a poem which talks about the songs of crickets and grasshoppers. A beautiful sonnet written by John Keats. Summary of the poem On the Grasshopper and Cricket is written by John Keats. It is a nature poem. The poetry of earth never day when all the words are faint with hot sun day and hide in cooling trees. A voice will run, that is the grasshopper. Whose song? Grasshopper. He was expensive lining in summertime. He has never done for his happiness. When he tried, he rest at some pleasant weed. The poetry of earth ceasing never. In winter evening when frost was fallen all around, cricket's song increases over and seemed to one in drowsiness half lost. The grasshopper among some nearby hill. So this is the whole of this sonnet. So let's do the working with the poem. Question number 1. Discuss with your partner the following definition of a poem. A poem is made of words arranged in a beautiful order. These words, when read aloud with feeling, have a music and meaning of their own. Poetry is different from prose. Prose means chapters because it arranges best words in a musical order. We have got a lot of rhyming words. However, a poem being short, musical and interesting is easy to learn by heart and to remember for a long period. The poetry of earth is not made of words. What is it made of as suggested in the poem? The poetry of earth is made of the chirping of birds in trees and a grasshopper's sound. They sing joyfully without a long break. Find the poem lines that match the following. The grasshopper's happiness never comes to an end. He has never done with his delights. The cricket song has a warmth that never decreases. The cricket song in warmth increasing ever. Which word in stanza 2 is opposite in meaning to the frost? The opposite in meaning to the word frost is warmth. The poetry of earth continues round the year through a cycle of 2 seasons. Mention each with its representative voice. The 2 major seasons in a year are summer and winter. Both are rich in music. In summer we can hear the voice is that of the birds and the grasshoppers. In winter the cricket is the prime singer. So that's the end of this poem. Write the poem on the grasshopper and cricket in notebook. Write meanings in notebook and write working with the poem question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in notebook. Thank you and may God bless you. Take care.